Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Uh, it's too dark, too white. I don't even know. A bit. Let me see. Okay. Good afternoon. How are you? Good afternoon. How are you? How are you? How you feeling? How you feeling? We want to talk about Trump 100 days in power. So everything you need to know about this administration 100-day in power. Oh, hold on. Just give me one moment. I'm putting my live session on IG. I'm putting my live session on IG so people can just get in. Give me one moment. Okay. What? Anyway. Okay. So we are live. We want to talk about the Trump administration 100 days in power. I don't know what's going on with my phone. Okay. 100 days in power. Okay. What's going on and what's going on with work permit? Meanwhile, if you have a question, just put it in the comment. I'm just trying to see if I posted my. Jeez. Why YouTube is not working? Okay. Okay. Anyway, so 100 day in powers. Hello, how are you? I'm good. How are you? Family entertainment. Hello, good afternoon. How are you? I'm good. We want to talk about this Trump administration 100 days in power. And we want to talk about what's really going on with those work permits. It's appeared to me, basically what's going on is that they're trying to limit the work permit, okay, to 6 months only. They try to introduce a bill pretty much limiting work permits to 6 months. So I wanted to find the bill. That's why it took me some time trying to figure out. But anyway, that's what's going on. So um, we're just here trying to see how it's gonna play out. That's why if you're trying to renew your work permit and it's time to renew your work permit, just go ahead and do it now before this administration gets here with more drama, basically. Yeah. Before that, just go ahead and renew your work permit if it's time. Because this yeah, budget reconciliation. There's a budget reconciliation going on. And yeah, that's why they're trying to do that. Yep. Everything you need to know about the Trump administration. Let's start with the news. Let's start with the news, then you will know. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to share my screen so we can talk about what's going on. I'm trying to share my screen so we can talk about what's going on and the 100 days in power. Just give me one moment. At first, I wanted to find out exactly what they're saying about this work permits. Okay. So here's the screen. Okay. Let's start with the 5 top immigration policies or what has changed. Okay. The top 5 immigration changes from Trump's first 100 days in power. Okay. That's what we're going to talk about. Number 1, Alien Enemy Act. So basically, this one it's going to allow this administration to basically just deport individuals who are enemies to the country. Basically, you deport them without hearing. Okay. Trump used 18th century War Powers Act to expand and expedite deportation, raises concern about potential violation of the constitutional right to due process as outlined in the Fifth Amendment. Basically, yeah, he's using the Alien Enemies Act. That's why those alleged gang members from El Salvador got deported without hearing because of this Alien Enemy Act. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, we have this guy, Mahmoud Khalid, okay? The graduate activist. Basically, number 2 is when they're trying to deport green card holders because of their engagement in politics, okay? That's we've never seen that before, right? Free speech and all that. Now it's like, okay, you're now a U.S. citizen. You basically you can't be involved politically. So, okay, that's number 2. The detention of the 30 years old Syrian-born graduate student and pro-Palestinian activist, a green card holder who was in the U.S. legally, has raised serious concerns about free speech rights and due process. Okay, we know that deporting green card holders who are involved in politics. Okay. Number 3, we have Calmir Abrego Garcia, the one who was deported by mistake. A lot of mistakes deporting people who are here legally under some type of protections by mistake. And some U.S. citizens too got deported by mistake too. So yeah, that's number 3. Number 4, birthright citizenship. They want to end it. And the Supreme Court will basically hear argument on the 15th, next month, right? May 15th, oral argument about this birthright citizenship. As outlined in the 14th Amendment of the Constitution and upheld after the Civil War, birthright citizenship is automatically granted to people born on U.S. soil. But Trump does not want that to go that way. That's why they issue an executive order. And right now, we're going to know for sure next month, oral argument. I don't know when the decision is going to come after the oral argument, but yeah. Okay. And lastly, asylum access. Okay. Limiting asylum at the border. Trump overall of the U.S. immigration system has caused border crossing during the first month, the near total ban of asylum access in an executive order. So the asylum has been really difficult lately. And another thing is they want to raise the price for asylum application, because asylum application is like $0 to apply, but they're saying that they want to introduce a bill that will make it $1,000, and the initial work permit will be 6 months. Okay? Those are the 5 top things that we know for sure happen under this Trump administration, including those mass deportation and stuff. And today, yeah, Trump rally supported Michigan to mark 100 days. Today is his 100 days, right? So let's see here. Okay, thanks. Let me stop. I can take questions. Oh, did I stop it? Okay, let me see if I stopped. I stopped it, right? I stopped the screen, right? Okay. I don't know if I stopped the screen or I'm still on the screen. Let me see. Okay. But anyway, let's stop sharing for now and try to take questions. Do you have questions? If you have questions, please put it in the comment. Good afternoon. How are you? Good afternoon, Tassine. How are you? If you have a question, please put it in the comment. We're just talking about the main things, okay, with the first 100 days in power. 5 major things, at least we know. Alien Enemy Acts, expedited removal without due process. Then we have the guy, an activist with a green card. So basically targeting green card holders who are activists. And then the guy who was deported by mistake, even though he has some type of protection. That's a trend. Ending birthright citizenship. And then another, asylum, limiting access to asylum. So basically those are the 5 major things. And including mass deportation and stuff. But when it comes to asylum too, what they're saying is that they're trying to introduce a bill which will make people pay for asylum application fees, $1,000, and they will make work permit only 6 months. They're going to introduce it during the budget reconciliation. Probably by September we will know for sure. So, and what I want you to do, if you have to renew your work permit, this is the time to do it, because by September things might change. Okay, as soon as September 30th. So the sooner you apply, the better off you'll be. Yeah, so if you're ready to, what's the latest on TPS for Cameroon? TPS for Cameroon, the latest news was it was canceled, right? So, but I don't know if there's a lawsuits going on. I don't know. I did not really check, but the latest news was that it was canceled. It was terminated by this administration. So I don't know if there's a lawsuit going on or not. That was the latest news, I believe. All right, let's see, TPS. Cameroon TPS. And yeah, it was Cameroon and Afghanistan. So Yeah, so that was it. I think that was the thing when it comes to um that was the last news because I'm looking here the last news for asylum. Let me sorry for TPS. Let me double check again. Let me double check again. Yeah, they ended that on April 11th. So I don't see a lawsuit going on. Probably there's a lawsuit going on that I'm just not aware of. Yeah. We should know something about something like probably by end of next month. We should know basically the development of the story because on April 11th that's when they ended that. Okay. So who else? Let's see. Um, yeah, TPS is going on until June. Can I renew my work authorization now? Well, how if you have TPS, your work authorization too has to expire on June. Since we don't have a new TPS, I don't think you can renew it because the old work authorization you have is going to expire in June. So unless they have a new TPS going on, because they cancel it, remember? So what I'm talking about when it comes to renewal, I'm talking about those who can renew, like asylum pending, um, green card pending, those type of people. By September, what I said is that by September, maybe things will change because they just introduced the bill, and that reconciliation bill is going to be like um, usually they pass it by end of September for the new fiscal year, which they usually pass it on September 30th. If it passes, those are just like they just introduce it. I'm not sure for sure it's gonna pass, but if it passes, they say asylum is going to be $1,000 to apply for asylum, and work permit is just going to be, I think work permit is going to be 550, and it's going to be only for 6 months. So if if that law passes, so yeah, that's why if you have to renew your asylum when it comes to you're welcome when it comes to your application. Let's say asylum is pending. If you have to renew, sorry, the work permit. Let's say asylum is pending. Um, this is the time to do it because if this new law passes, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be like 6 months you have to renew, 6 months you pay again to renew, 6 months. That's gonna be, people are gonna get tired. So I don't know how it's gonna play out because every day this administration has something new coming every day. It's really hard to keep up with them. I have hard time keeping up with them myself, so I don't blame you if you know. But there's a news where I saw a news where they released somebody. Let's see, hold on. They just released somebody. Yeah, they released the Colombia student who was arrested at the citizenship interview. They just released him by the name of Moshin Madawi. He was a political activist as well. They just released him. Nowadays, not the time to be engaged politically, especially if the person is not a U.S. citizen. It's just not worth it, the trouble, you know. by the time you start fighting, defending yourself, you're still like in jail. You know what I mean? Those are not the places you want to be. In those detention centers, they're just like, they're even worse than jail because they don't have enough funding. So the conditions are worse than actual jails, actual federal prisons. You know what I mean? So yeah, let me see if I see something else as far as those asylum are concerned. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We have somebody here. Uh, Abdulhamid Baha. I guess I've already answered your question the first time you emailed me about your question. I sent you the actual what I thought you should do. If you go back to your email and look at what I said, that's pretty much the answer because I don't know what you should do in terms of following up. You know, BIA takes all the time they need. First of all, people have cases pending at the BIA for like 5 years, you know. So BIA can take all the time they need, but if you follow the instructions or my responses in my email, I'm pretty sure you should take one of those suggestions and do it because BIA will do what they want to do. You know what I mean? BIA takes as much time as they want. Yeah. So that's why I didn't respond to your email because I already answered that. Not to mention, I don't know if you're aware that they fire, now BIA only have 15 judges because they fire all of them. So that meaning they're going to take all the time they want to take. Nothing you can do about it, really. So ICE now is notifying people who are detained. They're notifying the lawyers if they're being transferred. So they're going to notify. Let's see. Just want to see if I can see another news. Okay, so this is the reason why they can terminate. Let me share this for students, right? Those are the reason why they can terminate your student visa. Remember that they terminated a lot of student visa, and now they're giving an answer as to why those visa were terminated. But they did actually reinstate some students, but let me just show you why, because I've made a video before talking about potential violations that can lead to a visa being terminated when it comes to student visas, right? They're saying here SEVP can terminate DOS or SVP can terminate for a variety of reasons, including but not limited to exceeded employment time. If you work more longer than authorized, visa can be terminated. That's for students, right? Failure to comply, failure to repay the I-90 fee chargeback, failure to report while on OPT, no-show, school withdrawn, violation of change of status requirement, change of status approved, evidence of failure to comply with the term of immigrant status, exit, U.S. Department of State revocation. Those are the reasons why a student visa can be terminated. Okay, so that's why. And this one is just that they're transferring. When they transfer a person who's detained, now they're starting to notify. They say starting tomorrow, ICE will send attorneys, accredited representative, and law student automatic notice when the clients are transferred between facilities. If they transfer a client from this facility to another facility, the attorney will know, and all the people who are representing the client will know, which is good, because they'll transfer people will not know. That's good. At least we know that. What else I wanted to talk about here? Yeah, latest immigration news. I think now that Trump has made his point, the 100 days they have passed. I think things might change. In terms, it might slow down. Not gonna be like the way it was. "100 days in record-breaking immigration enforcement." Wow, they're saying that ICE is saying that they arrested at least 66,000. Let me show you. You're welcome. Let me show you what ICE is saying when it comes to 100 days of Trump in power. Okay. They're saying, yeah, it says here 100 days of record-breaking immigration enforcement. Okay. During the first 100 days of President Donald J. Trump's second term, ICE has arrested at least 66,462 illegal alien and removed 65,682. So during the first time, first 100 days of Trump 2.0, this is the number of people that have been removed: 65,682. Okay, so people with criminal record were arrested. Those who were convicted with assault, DUI, or DUI, or weapon offenses. Okay. Yeah. So people just have to be careful, because they focus more on criminal, but there's always collateral arrests, even if you're not criminal. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong house, you get arrested, mistake or something. Yeah, those things happened too. This age, wow, this is crazy. They arrested people at work too, illegal workers. Wow. But anyway, so basically that's the report on the 100 and first days of Trump 2.0. That's crazy. Okay. Anybody else? Do you have questions about those first 100 days of Trump 2.0? And do you have any question about work permits? Because that's the topic today. Or do you have your particular question about your particular case? Or you have your particular question, sorry, about your particular case? Just put in the comment. because it's going crazy with this administration. Telling you, really crazy. Yeah. Anybody else? If you have a question, please put it in the comment. If you missed what we talked about, you can just start from the beginning. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to put the lightning is going. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay. Oh my God. Sometimes I'm not good with technology. So you just have to listen. Because yeah, try my best. Sometimes the lightning is good, sometimes it's dark, sometimes I don't know. Anyway, Sam said, do you see any slowdown or even the justice system getting stronger and blocking them? I think it's gonna slow down because the 100 days, because the first 100 days, that's when you make your point, right? That's why it was all over the places, advertising and stuff like that. Mass deportation is not going to slow down, but it's not going to be like, it's not mass deportation because remember, we just talked about the data here. They only deported 65,000 individuals. uh, Remember, we have 11 million, right? But they only deported 65,000 individuals during the first 100 days. And that's because they were going hard on it, right? Because they had to make a point. But it's going to slow down. We're going to hear isolated incidents, but we're not going to hear about the way we're hearing it now. It's going to slow down because they need resources. But that's why they first of all building detention centers, because they don't have the capacity to hold all those people. They have to finish with building, and then the deportation is gonna just slow down a little bit. It's not gonna stop, but it's just gonna slow down a little bit. And the judges too are fighting back in terms of following through with those orders. And Trump is getting a lot of critics too. At some point, this is going to weaken the GOP, and people are going to be like, we don't want our party to be weakened, to become weak. So you have to follow with those judges' orders. And by next year, to be honest, it's just going to be different than what you're seeing now. So yeah. And the judges, even if he's firing judges, the federal judges, they are not just letting things slide. Even the lawyers that are filing lawsuits, they are not getting intimidated. They're still filing those lawsuits. So yeah, balance of power is going to come back, you know. Yeah, that's why next year, just know that next year it's going to be a little bit not as intense as the way it was the first 100 days. Okay, it's gonna slow down, but deportation, it's just gonna continue. It's just not gonna be the way we saw it. And not to mention, to be honest, it's not really mass deportation because they don't really have the capacity. Obama deported more people, trust me, more people, and it was done quietly. This one, they're just making a lot of noises for nothing. Yeah, so and if they really want to deport people, they have to go with it quietly. Otherwise, people know their strategies. It's like, yeah. But anyway, by next year, I think things will slow down. And the 100 days has passed, so yeah, it's just because the critics are going to go. The critics are going up and up and up and up. Everybody, they don't want to lose power because they got power. They have the Senate, they have the House. Oh, they don't want to lose that by next election. So they, at some point, the people are going to be turning away from those techniques. Um, and at some point, it's going to be a little bit slow. Okay, that's my how do we say it? My predictions. Uh, anyway, anybody else has a question? If you have a question, just put it in the comment. We're moving along. Uh, if a person need a consultation, they should just schedule it. Okay. If you need a consultation, you should just schedule it. Today is person need a consultation. This issue. Yeah, because nobody wants to lose power. Because people are, we have the president, but we have senators, we have congressmen, and the election is coming up. In 2026, there will be elections. So nobody wants to lose their position. At some point, people are going to be speaking up. So, yeah, I believe that. I strongly believe that. Yeah, and the people and the lawsuit works, even if some lawsuits are being challenged, but lawsuit works. That's why because of a lot of pressure, that's why those student visa got reinstated because of those lawsuits. Lawsuit works. You can't just the people who really having trouble. It's basically those who do not really have documents. Um, but if you have a case pending, or you have your right to fight for it, so that's not going away. Oh my gosh, this light, this lightning is killing me. Okay, I don't know anymore. Let's see. Okay, you know what? I gave up. Okay. Bonsoir. Bonsoir, Gonzalez. Why are you writing bonsoir with in two words? It's supposed to be one word. Gonzalez. It's supposed to be only one word, okay? Are you trying to practice your French? Mhm. So, yeah. Okay. How are you doing long time? It's you don't show up anymore. Did you get all your case figured already? So that's why you don't show up anymore. You need to share. By the way, please share, please like. Gonzalez, did you get your green card? Because you were supposed to get your green card. Did you get it? That's why you you don't care about us anymore. Did you get your green card already? Oh my God. After 12 years, I finally have my first asylum interview. Is it hard to get approved? Oh, it just depends on your actual case. If things has changed, if things have changed in the country, because 12 years later, probably things have changed. Um, you know, it's just up to how you present it, how you defend it. Um, with asylum, really, there's no predicting, you know. You just do your best and hope for the best. Do your best and hope for the best. That's it. That's all I can say about asylum. And most of the time, too, when case has been pending for too long, you have to update them with new information because things might have changed. Yeah, so you gotta basically update them with new information. So that's what it is. Okay. Anybody else? I think this is it, right? We have people, but nobody's asking the questions. If you miss what we said in the beginning, just go back to it, rewind. We talked about the first 100 days of Trump 2.0 and basically what's going on with work permits. Yeah, you just need to rewind. That's it. Other than that, this is it. 100 days over. Now let's see what next. They're gonna come with a lot of bills to introduce for the coming fiscal year. You just have to. We're just gonna update you every time they come up with a new bill. We update you. Um, you know, but just follow the trend as far as deportations are concerned. Just have to be careful with that. What else I have to say? Yeah. Meanwhile, if anybody need the consultation again, please schedule it. Consultation. Let me put my consultation link. Okay. If anybody need a consultation, can schedule it. This is my consultation link here, right here, the bio. In the comment, and I'll put it still on my description box as well. Okay. What else? I guess that's it. I don't have anything else to say. If you don't have anything else to say, this is it for today. If something comes up, I'm just gonna make sure I talk about it. Okay. Yeah. When are they sending out a new bill? Oh, they're introducing it already. They have to debate it for the budget reconciliation. We should know something about it by end of September. Yeah. It was already introduced in the House. Yep. Yeah, pretty much that's it. Okay. That's it. Please like, please share. Please like, please share. Until next time, bye-bye. If anything else comes up, I might just post it on my IG story. You should check. You should just follow me on IG so you will be updated. Sometimes I just break the news there on the story. Yeah, and TikTok as well sometimes. Yep. Until next time, bye bye.